He was once Africa's golden boy, a young entrepreneur celebrated across the world. Forbes named him one of the brightest of his generation. He built an empire with charm, wealth, and influence. But behind the polished smile and billion-dollar dreams, Invictus Obi was secretly running one of the biggest cyber fraud scams in history. His rise was swift, but so was his downfall. Obinwanne Okeke, better known as Invictus Obi, was the face of young African ambition. Born in Nigeria, he quickly rose from modest beginnings into the spotlight of international business. He founded the Invictus Group, claiming investments in oil, agriculture, and real estate. His story was polished, inspiring, and believable. Across Lagos, his name carried weight. He was the man who seemed unstoppable. In public, Obi carried himself with the confidence of a mogul. He drove luxury cars, spoke at elite conferences, and posed as a visionary leader building Africa's future. He wasn't just selling businesses, he was selling a dream. By 2016, Forbes Africa placed him on their prestigious 30 Under 30 list. To the world, he was proof that a young Nigerian could rise above the odds and compete on the global stage. Young entrepreneurs across the continent looked up to him. To them, Obi wasn't just successful, he was a symbol of hope, proof that anything was possible. But behind the applause, the fame, and the headlines, shadows were already forming. And soon the empire Invictus Obi built would begin to crack. Before we uncover the shocking fraud behind Invictus Obi's empire, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. At Crime Unfolded, we reveal the truth behind the world's most unbelievable crime stories. But beneath the polished image, Obi's empire was built on shadows. He and his associates ran one of the most sophisticated cybercrime networks of their time. The scheme was simple but devastating. Infiltrate company emails, impersonate executives, and trick victims into wiring millions of dollars to fraudulent accounts. This crime is known as business email compromise, a silent attack that bleeds companies without leaving a trace. Obi's team created fake invoices, forged signatures, and sent emails that looked flawless. For many companies, it was impossible to tell the difference. One of the biggest victims was Unatrac Holding Limited, the UK export sales office for Caterpillar Machinery. In a single blow, they lost nearly $11 million. For a young man who claimed to build his fortune in oil and agriculture, this was the real source of his wealth: stolen trust and stolen money. The fraud wasn't limited to one company. There were dozens of victims, businesses across the United States and beyond. Each new account hacked meant another doorway to easy money. But the larger the fraud grew, the more attention it drew. And soon, powerful eyes were watching every move Invictus Obi made. From Forbes fame to a multi-million-dollar scam, Invictus Obi's empire was built on deception. But what happens when the FBI steps in? In the next episode, we uncover the dramatic investigation, his shocking arrest at Dulles Airport, and the courtroom battle that sealed his fate. Don't miss part 2 of this story. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, and join us as we reveal how Invictus Obi's empire came crashing down.